Number 3. Arturo and, I'm going to just say this is Maymay. Maymay are both driving along the same highway in 2 different cars to a stadium in a distant city. At noon, Arturo is 336 miles away from the stadium. Maymay is 366 miles away from the stadium. Now, Arturo is going along the highway at the speed of 56 miles per hour, and Maymay is going 62 miles per hour. Now, this is giving you what each variable is going to be. So A is going to be Arturo's distance. They want M to be May's distance in miles. Keep that in your head. We're staying in miles. Nothing changes. And they want T hours, afternoon, T hours, afternoon. So we want everything to be with T. That's our variable. Now, when setting this up, so our question is wanting write an equation for each situation in terms of T and determine the number of hours afternoon, T, when Arturo and Maymay are the same distance from the stadium. So we can see that A is the distance from the stadium. M is also the distance from the stadium. So they want A equals M. Now, what do those actually represent? So A is supposed to be Arturo's distance from the stadium. Now, he started at 336 miles away. So at the beginning, he is 336 miles away. However, he is traveling at 56 miles per hour. So every hour, he is getting 56 miles closer to the stadium, which means this number, 336, is getting smaller by 56 every hour. So 56 every hour. Now for Maymay, it's pretty much the same setup. However, they started at 366 miles away, and they're traveling 62 miles an hour. So as you can see, once we get a certain number that they're equal, getting to their equal, we should be getting the same number. So we're going to just kind of follow that setup, A equals M. So 336 minus 56t needs to equal Maymay's distance, 366 minus 62t. Now, you'll just kind of add to both sides. I just add 62t to both sides, which gets us 336. Oh, and then I also, I'm just going to make this so we don't have a lot of space. I also subtracted 336, just so it's less because we have a lot of space here. So once you do both steps in that one step, sorry about that, but 6t is going to equal 30, divide by 6, you get t equals 5. Now, you can always check with this. I'm just going to kind of do it over here, and you guys can just trust me on this. Once you plug in that t as 5, you should be getting 56 miles away from the stadium. You can always check, and if I'm wrong, just let me know. But when you check, but it's only asking the number of hours after noon. So it's only 5 hours after noon is what we are looking for. Alright, so for number 4, this is the practice of adding matrices. So they're wanting B plus A. I would write them in their order they're asking. So I would do 3, negative 3, 3, plus negative 1, 3, negative 1. Now, when you're adding matrices, you are adding the rows together. So I'm going to do this. You're going to do the 3 plus negative 1 the negative 3 and 3, and the 3 and negative 1. So I can even write that step for you guys, just so you can see that too. So 3 plus negative 1, negative 3 plus 3, and 3 plus negative 1. That brings you to 2, 0, 2. And you can know that you could add these two because they are both 3 by 1 and 3 by 1. That's always a check you can do, but if they look the same, then they should be fine. Now for number 5, this is where it is important to write them in the order that you have. So they have B and A kind of switch. So what I would do is get those in that order for you. So you do half times B. So our B is still negative 10, negative 10, 6, negative 22, negative 14, negative 10, negative 2, and 0. And we're adding it to 2 times A, which is our negative 4, negative 6, negative 2, and negative 6, negative 3, negative 3, 5, and negative 2. Now again, when you are multiplying, you will just multiply each part of the matrix to that number. Now, just because to save us space, I'm just going to show you already I can show that space of what they already added to. Let me do that step for you guys. And we're adding that to here, which I'm hoping you are seeing that we are just multiplying each number by that 2. And again, when we add, we are adding this row to this row, and this row to here. So you should be ending still with a 2 by 4 matrix. So once you add all of those individually, which I'm not going to write that just because of space, you should get negative 13, negative 17, negative 1, negative 23, negative 13, negative 11, 9, and negative 4. And that is after you add the rows all together, which we did on the past matrix equation.